Do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. I defeat my enemies when I make them my friends. The more you are motivated by love, the more fearless and free your action will be. An eye for an eye, we are all blind. Human beings are social animals, and that it is love that brings us together, while anger drives us apart. When reason ends, then anger begins. Therefore, anger is a sign of weakness. Anger destroys our peace of mind. Loving kindness earns us friends and eliminates the risk of being alone. Through difficult experiences, life sometimes becomes more meaningful. I always believe the rule by king or official leader is outdated. Now we must catch up with the modern world. I think technology really increased human ability. But technology cannot produce compassion. With realization of one's own potential and self-confidence in one's ability, one can build a better world. The more time you spend thinking about yourself, the more suffering you will experience. We need to discover not only what disturbs our minds, but also what the antidotes to those factors are. Anger is the ultimate destroyer of your own peace of mind. A lack of transparency results in distrust and a deep sense of insecurity. Through violence, you may solve one problem, but you sow the seeds for another. In the practice of tolerance, one's enemy is the best teacher. Anger itself makes us feel bad, and so, ultimately, it is bad for our health. Our visit to this planet is short, so we should use our time meaningfully, which we can do by helping others wherever possible. Remember that the best relationship is one in which your love for each other exceeds your need for each other. Love and compassion are the true religions to me. But to develop this, we do not need to believe in any religion. As you breathe in, cherish yourself. As you breathe out, cherish all beings. A disciplined mind leads to happiness, and an undisciplined mind leads to suffering. The ultimate source of happiness is not money and power, but warm-heartedness. Judge your success by what you had to give up in order to get it. I try to treat whoever I meet as an old friend. This gives me a genuine feeling of happiness. It is the practice of compassion. Even more important than the warmth and affection we receive, is the warmth and affection we give. The remedy is to look deeper and recognize that we human beings are physically, mentally and emotionally the same. As individuals, we can influence our own families. Our families can influence our communities, and our communities can influence our nations. It is not enough to be compassionate, we must act. Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. Our prime purpose in this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. The true hero is one who conquers his own anger and hatred. If a problem can be solved, it will be. If it cannot be solved, there is no use worrying about it. Open your arms to change, but don't let go of your values. We all have to live together, so we might as well live together happily. I believe the ultimate source of blessings is within us. Spend some time alone every day. Compassion is the radicalism of our time. Choose to be optimistic, it feels better. Sleep is the best meditation. An open heart is an open mind. Smile if you want a smile from another face. Optimism leads to success, pessimism leads to defeat. You have to start giving first and expect absolutely nothing. Work for peace in your heart and in the world. Action is more important than meditation. If your heart has peace, nothing can disturb you. Home is where you feel at home and are treated well. Never give up. No matter what is going on. Never give up. Just one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. In order to carry a positive action, we must develop here a positive vision. It is under the greatest adversity that there exists the greatest potential for doing good, both for oneself and others. In order to become prosperous, a person must initially work very hard, so he or she has to sacrifice a lot of leisure time. The quality of what we do depends on our motivation, which is why we have to learn how to cultivate a compassionate mind. Take into account that great love and great achievements involve great risk. If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. Anger or hatred is like a fisherman's hook. It is very important for us to ensure that we are not caught by it. Remember that sometimes not getting what you want is a wonderful stroke of luck. The challenge today is to convince people of the value of truth, honesty, compassion, and a concern for others. Only the development of compassion and understanding for others can bring us the tranquility and happiness we all seek. In our struggle for freedom, truth is the only weapon we possess. Time passes unhindered. When we make mistakes, we cannot turn the clock back and try again. All we can do is use the present well. We are the controller of the technology. If we become a slave of technology, then that's not good. We are deluded by attachment and anger, but we can learn to tackle these emotions. Develop the heart. Too much energy in your country is spent developing the mind instead of the heart. Thinking of ourselves as somehow special isolates us. Know the rules well, so you can break them effectively. Look at situations from all angles, and you will become more open. To be aware of a single shortcoming in oneself is more useful than to be aware of 1,000 in someone else. It is very rare or almost impossible that an event can be negative from all points of view. Our ancient experience confirms at every point that everything is linked together, everything is inseparable. Instead of wondering why this is happening to you, consider why this is happening to you. Be ready to change your goals, but never your values. It is the enemy who can truly teach us to practice the virtues of compassion and tolerance. If you can, help others. If you cannot do that, at least do not harm them. Compassion is the wish for another being to be free from suffering. Love is wanting them to have happiness. Generosity is the most natural outward expression of an inner attitude of compassion and loving kindness. More compassionate mind, more sense of concern for others' well-being, is source of happiness. Give the ones you love wings to fly, roots to come back, and reasons to stay. No material object, however beautiful or valuable, can make us feel loved. A heart full of love and compassion is the main source of inner strength, willpower, happiness, and mental tranquility. We can live without religion and meditation, but we cannot survive without human affection. I find hope in the darkest of days, and focus in the brightest. I do not judge the universe. Subscribe my channel for more videos. And if you liked my video, then give a thumb up and share my video.